Some nice control coming in here for Nemiga, taking over the B bomb site, but now they'll have to face forZe, who are getting in position as well. Look at Box with the off angle. They're not thorough enough, but Box missing a lot of shots. And so Nemiga have to hold on to the bomb site. I think they have a player up in heaven, so that's really good. However, look at Nemiga. They're dropping like flies, and it's only MDS remaining. In fact, looks like the defuse is going to come in here, and that will be the victory for forZe. Very early on, and even the 2 smoke grenades could still be enough to create a proper execute on the A-bomb side, but it is a good start. Look at Jerry. He eliminates MDS. That's one of the Galils out of the picture. And even though it doesn't look like they have one of the bomb sites they really want to commit towards, but we do see the frags here on the A-bomb site, and Lollipop, he's going to have to recover the bomb and go towards the A-bomb site. That's going to cost them a lot of time and seconds. The players of Nemiga really got to hold their ground. That's a little bit awkward. almazer with the second. And even though they had, at one point, bomb site control, Lollipop needs to book it, and we can see that, oh, KENSI, he's got the perfect angle. If not him, then almazer.
They all know he's there. They heard him running with the bomb very far behind. And I think we might see a little stabby come in depending on the timing. And there it is.
Right now, we do see a push coming in from almazer once.
Out one of the players early of zorte. And then enough space to get the default down. But the plant's immediately denied. There's no time left. Doesn't matter. Just jumping through that molly doesn't even matter.
Here from Nemiga.
And this is where this chaos we mentioned might start to happen. Jerry and KENSI are able to hold off the first 2. KENSI peeking through to take down even more, ending it with a triple, leaving just you on the other side of them as these logical suspicions become more chaotic. So one funny situation might happen where he's able to get the knife out here right now. 2 of them are stacked up in it. Be careful, this door opens in the wrong time. KENSI needs to take the first, doesn't. Jerry gets the trade, but has to deal with 2. Not able to follow it up, and it's a man advantage going into the B site. Raining in, it's up to Flit to handle essentially a 1-on-4, waiting for rotation. zorte right behind him, able to get the first, not able to transfer to the second, but up to zorte now to follow up as almazer tries to go for a full flank through short. To be denied by almazer, meaning zorte's just left to 6
in a row. So they've managed to build quite a bit of economy, so even losing this one, not that big of a deal. Almost every single player can reinvest into this one.
Creep up all the way up to fountain and just waiting for players to push up. Hear them. They try to clear him out, but it's a free double for almazer. Just having the easiest position in the world and full map control effectively given. Lollipop's able to take one from Monster meanwhile. Tries to creep on forward. Naded down. Flit hugging the smoke, waiting to see the player. I think MDS set preemptively in time.
So hard to fight from. I mean, it has almost every single possible disadvantage. You walk out of it, there could be players.
The pressure continues to rise, and they have to go out now. He could be caught looking the wrong way, but the flashbang set up perfectly. Not able to find the first frag. Disbalance to save him. Up to Jerry now. Only able to find one. Flit to follow it up. Second 2-on-3 situation, and MDS wide swings onto him. Nade will kill, almost kill the bomb planter, and now it is
Hiding in water. You already get yourself 2 or maybe 3 frags if you're Nemiga. You're probably thinking, right, this is safe.
I'm not sure if anyone in Nemiga is going to be ready for this, but that drop from Jerry should certainly call it out, but he's still able to find the first frag. Smoke giving him cover, not able to find the second, but able to find a little bit more. Nemiga, there we go. Situation to work with in their advantage. Just disbalance, waiting for a peek. Flit will give it to him, and now it's another man advantage. Disbalance, just waiting for more peeks and able to land another flick, and that's 2 taken out by him. An open B bomb site. almazer and zorte may be rotating, but it might already be too late. 2v4 situation, and with almazer going down as well, zorte's left in a 1v4.
Yeah, it looks like zorte is going to be going down quick. It's JO coming in from bank, and zorte, oh, he does have the awareness for it. So at least zorte finds the 1 frag to escape the imminent doom caused here by Nemiga. So forZe not winning another round here. Another successful hit here on the B bomb site from Nemiga. We did witness that early push there from Jerry. Clearly, Jerry didn't really have the information that there could be more than 2 players towards it's a success. I mean, so far, I mean, the 3 rounds they have won. We're on the back of these B bombs and plays. They haven't really gone towards the A bombs.
Overpass in that previous series. You have to show presence places or else people will stop respecting you and just take map control that shouldn't towards T-spawn. But it also allows these rotations to come back to B meanwhile. And Flit just hiding on the site, just waiting for his time to shine. Sorry, not finding just yet, but Lollipop able to catch Flit at just the wrong angle after hiding all that time and getting tagged through the wall from Box. Jerry left in a 1v2 with just 15 HP. And it looks like we're set up for this round to end very soon. It will be the case as it will be just the op try to be saved once again.
That early map presence, it doesn't really give them the advantage to hold on the B-bomb site. And a very impactful victory as well because of Nemiga wanting to push through. You're gonna have to go through that other side. KENSI avoiding the bullets. Almazer, nice pickup here on Lollipop. Jerry, though, can cause a lot of damage with the MP9 as he gets himself JO. That leaves MDS right now in a 1v2 as he comes in from short. Not the best position to be in, but Jerry, he goes for the swing. Now leaves it all. As trying to fake out some sort of play here from Zorte. And he's going to get close, however, but he's not 100% aware until he is. And once he is, he pulls the trigger. A great round coming in here from forZe's Zorte, managing to win the clutch. And for forZe in general, consider this round pistols and as the players of Nemiga, they got so close right now. iDISBALANCE, he's gonna go through the smoke to get the frag down the push for now as the players of Nemiga battling through those smoke grenades. Barely any vision, but iDISBALANCE, he managed to catch one, but Zorte through this actually the wallbang there gets a frag here in iDISBALANCE, and Zorte with AWP not in the best position as Nemiga have full site control. They're going to get that bomb planted. If you're almazer and Zorte, this does not seem like a winnable scenario, but Zorte, flashes himself in that spot. He is stuck in a difficult position, so it looks like he's just going to have to try and ask for almazer to somehow get him out of this tricky spot, and maybe he can save the op, but that's not going to happen right now. Zorte, 1 versus 3, will be going down.
Get more rounds as of this point. Be up to sortie to get that first contact. Looks like he's going for the repeat and able to catch the first AK off. Holding his knife is no time for him to get a second shot off.
It is now almazer once again in a very forward position, but he's only now beginning to make his move, and I'd say that's a little bit too late because Nemiga have taken over the bomb site. I say that though. There's still players at the extremities. Flit being a prime example of such a player, but iDISBALANCE so aware of the incoming push. And Flit is gonna walk onto the smoke just like that to get a frag here on JO. And KENSI will also get caught out here by iDISBALANCE.
Change their mind very quickly.
And all 5 players here from forZe entering the B-bomb side. JO, great little pickup here in KENSI. Will be going down eventually, but he has inflicted some serious damage here. Box, ow, Box, getting a second one as well. That slows down the efforts here from forZe massively so. And they can just have, yeah, the full rotation here from...
Yeah, looks like things have been chilling around still. A nice headshot from Flit, but it'll be quickly...
AK-47's a plenty here for forZe. Of course, iDISBALANCE with the AWP won't find anyone just yet, but Jerry, he'll be going down to Lollipop.
The Box is certainly prepared, just trying to hold and use the divider to have a slight off angle, but could have his back exposed, except it's a swing into iDISBALANCE. almazer gets taken out, same angle being reobtained by iDISBALANCE to keep holding the back of Box as he focuses on divider. His restroom control. Even then, at the same time, MDS and Box getting an MP9 frag each, leaving it to a 1v4
in their playground area. Luckily for him, the flashbangs will force him out of position, but even he's not aware of the his position, though he has to be very careful. If he moves a few more meters in, he should be going down, but Zorte, oh, he does not have the angle, and iDISBALANCE so
Heal away. and be able to get their ninth. But Nemiga hold on. They're just going to be one step closer to finishing off the game. Only able to get one. Lollipop looking the wrong direction afterwards. And Yo stuck in a 1v2. Be interesting to see if he's deciding to try to go for this, which looks like it is the plan. At least initially, to get that contact. And Flit's willing to try to search for him too. Depending on the timing. Yo's ready for it and able to catch him out, meaning it's a 1v1, able to swap with the AK to go against KENSI. And with that situation, just a matter of timing, has the utility, and gets peeked out, and he's seen. But now there's a molly, but the nade tosses right onto him.
Only line of defense, really, that has to overlook so many players coming in from long, and Box so far so good with the second. It tells me Box is going to be going down. Look at the play from Box. Flash rains in. He gets the one on Zorte. He's already done enough.
Right there, forcing Jerry and almazer in a 2v4 situation. Will be very difficult. Turned into one. Disbalance just holding the far angle. So almazer tries to get cleared out by Yo, but now Disbalance is holding the angle easily.
Not even a question of if, but once we do go to Mirage, something tells me Nemiga would have some difficulties to face here, but this is a sick round. Some good kills coming in here for Box, for iDISBALANCE. Players from forZe moving in. I say that though, look at this, a few good kills coming in. Lollipop in the back lines, but that doesn't seem to stop the players of forZe. Finally though, 1v1 Flit versus Lollipop, and Flit will short. And Jo is going to be the backup man. Once things do get tricky, almazer though, perfect time to use the boost. And now Jerry can just walk in, Lollipop goes down, and so does Jo. This is not looking good here for Nemiga. That defense falls like a stack of cards.
And with that, it's only two remaining, having to Detsy and zorte trying to get some information, but won't go too deep to make sure players are dead willing to respect the two right.
And let's see if Box can be the difference maker. The almazer sneaks past through the bullets. Oh, Box tries to go for the aggressive play and, well, gets punished.
Very interesting move, willing to run through smoke and molly, just trying to catch someone by surprise for an opportunity. But with the door blown up, all that's left is a complete opening that's been turned around with iDISBALANCE being able to find two. Lollipop won't be able to find the flick onto the head of Jerry, but at least a touch of damage. But the main issue is that bomb is not under their control. They could try to set up for a boost here or anything else, but iDISBALANCE quickly rotating to heaven now. Now with his third, be up to Jerry to lurk through, deal with this Opera, and have to quickly rotate to deal with the last remaining players. Looks like iDISBALANCE wasn't prepared for his position. Not much of a choice. Does have a molly. Might have even seen one on radar with that. It's going to force one into the open, but only able to get Yo. Is able to just get outer restrooms just fine. Meaning iDISBALANCE needs to try to cover for his escape, and will do so. Fantastic flick onto KENSI. And even though restrooms has now been opened up for Flit, plenty of rotations coming to the site and opportunities for forZe to try to find some space until Yo takes one out, be water. Now things become even more dramatic. Need to look position to close this out. Besides that small blunder, Flit able to get the trade quickly. Now
They're getting dangerously close to the bomb site itself. So even though Flit is in a prime position, they could get overwhelmed, and that's exactly the case as NDS swings out for four. Even the second one for, oh, Lollipop. That's gonna be the victory here for
Yo. Rotate started to come in. The jump scene. Position's known. He's trying to peek out. Able to take that scout down cleanly. Now it's worry about two more. Able to panic the flick. forZe making sure they're surrounded no matter how they try to get into this bomb site.
That's gonna be a nice pickup here for Lollipop. Not gonna slow down the advancement though. Look at the remaining three members. They're all coming in from the same angle. Lollipop so good with the frags, and even the fourth.
And some baited utility to try to fake people towards A. Sorted with the P250 to tap one. Whiffs shots on the second, not able to reset well enough, but almazer has been able to find one as well. So as they drop onto this B site with three, MDS knows that it's a fake. But with that being the case, he still has to take the duels, able to catch one. Knows he's surrounded and will be left to go out alone. No other frags to be found. forZe is to counter them correctly. Could start this upset and make a 2-0 situation. Just like that, as finding 2 will be denied the third, but this gives enough time for rotating, following up with Box getting a third. And then suddenly it's a 4-on-2, just with those opening duels being found. Now Jerry just has to focus on holding and stopping them from pushing forward, and the exact second that happens, Yo's able to find the trade, and he's caught throwing an HE. Yo gets
the apartments, but that is always a difficult task. There we go, flashbangs deployed. Now Jo with the angle of 1 manages to find the frag here on Jerry, and only one player alongside him has made his way out of the apartments, and it's almazer. Great frag here on Jo. MDS with the MP9 can try to slow down these players, but look at zorte. He's recovered an M4 when Esper's troubles, and MDS being softened up that he goes down, and forZe. This time, the B-side hit is super effective.
Yeah, MDS trying to do the best time he can to be able to stall out the players from taking that bomb site, but at the same time in the process, any of the rotators weren't able to find anything, leaving Box and Lollipop in a 2v4 situation. Aware of all the angles to get peeked from, need to be very careful with positioning, so now everyone will be looking towards to wait and see. He got tagged as Box jumped across, just faking with the defuse just to get one player caught out and just try to save the weapon, trying not to peek into mid to not get exposed out. Will safely catch the flank of Nemiga, catch him off guard, and a good flash coming out, fully blind. Yo's able to find 1, but now he's all left alone. iDISBALANCE trying to hold this site single-handedly, but getting tagged up, that bomb plant being denied because MDS catching spam shots through a little gap in the smoke. Means it's left now to a 2-on-3. Bomb plant able to be stuck, flashbang denied. iDISBALANCE just trying to find the right timing, seeing one runaway ramp. Problem is now zorte has jungle control and can just hold behind. Little for iDISBALANCE to do with how open this plant is. No defuse kit or smoke for the clutch. Just has to walk away, and zorte will hard deny him with the double dink.
Lollipop doesn't even invest into a smoke or into a kit. So that puts Nemiga in a position where they're gonna go for the aggressive play. Box, 2 early flags, and Lollipop as well. Now I see why no kit has been invested, because it was Box and Lollipop who've gone out for the aggressive plays, and MDS, very good mobility to get himself 1 more.
almazer already up to connector, trying to creep up and get the benefits with that mid control, but Lollipop's pushed up ramp, able to find 1.5. Flit brought down to 46. They've lost jungle, but at the same time, Yo's ready for the possibility, but not able to get the frag. Meaning A's now been opened up, MDS and iDISBALANCE in a 2v4, brought into a 1v4. KENSI already pushing behind iDISBALANCE. Little for him to do here as Jerry takes him out. Line perspective, the way it's being done is completely different. Players from forZe just willing to push out, except awkwardly burning to death there tragically. Thinking he was safe in the corner and just having to burn himself to death, meaning Lollipop gets a free frag early. iDISBALANCE with 1 as well. The heavy tags on the almazer sets it up to a 3-on Palace control. But at the same time, iDISBALANCE is trying to creep up, and it responds to the bench flick. almazer quickly with the trade, but we're left on a very awkward 2v3 where almazer's prepared for behind him.
Where is he though? Lollipop still gets the frag hit on almazer. And already, zorte in a very awkward position with just 50 seconds remaining to bomb. It's in the hands here of Nemiga. So for zorte, he's going to have to be very quick about this as well, because 40 seconds remaining. Oh, MDS, he's got the angle as well. This is so good for MDS. And classic Box, going for the underpass push. Gonna try to go for those engagements, but doesn't really see anyone. Actually does. Drop the bomb carrier and Box. Does get a little bit greedy, does go down, but iDISBALANCE. The scales have been tipped the way of Nemiga once more.
With things, chaos continues. iDISBALANCE missing 2 shots. Trying to be careful with KENSI, which is trying to just stall and give the room for people to play around. MDS getting hard cleared out. The iDISBALANCE able to get the trade. And an amazing flick onto Flit as Lollipop closed out.
Balance, so he doesn't have to worry about something like top mid. He can just focus towards the tunnel. But Flit will get the better of Box. iDISBALANCE though, he's gonna be overwhelmed. And look at Flit. He can go wherever he wants and he'll choose the B-bomb site. Jo should be very much aware of this, but he isn't. Flit again moves in. That is some great mobility from his part. Will go down eventually, but the damage has been done. Lollipop remains here on the A bomb site. Great pickup here on almazer, but players will come from all different angles. From connector, from the ramp, and yeah, you can see MDS remains.
Yeah, tragically double thinking himself and like worrying about the shot and react to at least make it a trade situation.
Rounds are looking very likely for them. That seems to be the potential minimum they can run away with. Well, let's see if they can get more. Zorte, that's a nice little peek coming in. MDS though with the AK-47. Great shot as well. Oh, that's another one from MDS. Making this one expensive and boxed with the USB as well. The backline. Oh, what is going on here for forZe? Jo chimes
over. Just hearing the movement of sorte and being completely prepared to catch him as he falls onto the site, taking him out, stealing a free AW. To see how this match goes with how experienced these teams are on Mirage. Going to this pistol, and Mazer will take that first contact, able to take down MDS with a single shot. Lollipop trades him out. Skidstay's able to find one and not have enough space to take down iDISBALANCE. iDISBALANCE takes him out, and sorte with the trade, and the frags flip back and forth. Lollipop to take down sorte. Once again, back. Box tries to respond, but Lollipop's the one able to tag down Jerry, making it a 2v1, sticking that plant at a safe default position and trying to surround him. And the chaos is too much. Nemiga
set up on one map like Mirage, and Nemiga though looks like again they're going for the similar B play, but this time forZe has more members, so they need to be even more thorough. But that's the problem, they're not. There's also in CT spawn, so that seems to be a bomb plan being deployed. KENSI though with the scout, so precise on iDISBALANCE, great headshot. They don't have to peek this player no more, but box with the MAC-10 long range. Wins his gunfight, and MDS wins it against Flit. It seems to be the end here for Lonesome KENSI in the 1v2. He's already backing away, but he can retrieve the AK-47 or even get a frag here on MDS. That's pretty sick. He still has the defuse kit to work with, but I'm not sure if he gets that frag. That's sick from KENSI, but I don't believe... Or is there enough time? Maybe there is enough time here for KENSI to get the defuse.
That's a round completely stolen away. Nemiga are still able to bring out a buy. So we're trying to catch one off, but Zed makes himself get caught out in the open trying to cross. Jerry giving them too much space. Getting caught out by surprise, and suddenly it's a 4-on-3, and they have full control of this A bomb site. And they know there's a player stuck in jungle. CT's taken over by Lollipop. One towards Khan. He's seen into the series.
That seems to be the nature of Mirage as well. That it seems
The dangerous thing is Jerry is hugging close to the ramp. And there's no pressure going on from that way, and Flit's willing to just openly peek out mid and catch one off early. It's going to pressure Nemiga to start going in sooner. As Jerry tries to go and prep, KENSI and sorte are with one each. And here box reloading and pushing through, meaning Disbalance is stuck in a 1v3. Not able to land the quick scope as KENSI.
waiting for a potential peek here from some of the forZe players as Jerry. Somewhat of a safe angle, but it will get spotted out here by Flit. Jerry making the jump, and Jo is able to get some damage here in Zorte. No kill, however, but Zorte gets the one on Lollipop, and just like in the previous round, Nemiga losing their players quite quick. And look at the response here from Flit.
That just a situation that could have collapsed at any moment, sort of getting tagged all the way down to 12. Suddenly becomes a dominant, controlled round with just the right utility and positioning to adjust. A couple of aggressive risks taken that are rewarded. And Flit with another one seeming unkillable by anyone on Nemiga for the moment. And even now, Box has to try to do what he can. Multiple players rotating and accidentally fires. Just trading blows, just pushing for the aggression. iDISBALANCE lurking up, might be able to catch a reloading rifle, but unfortunately it's only a tag as it clips through the
players on the side of B here from forZe. Nemiga, they're gonna try and go for this one, but they need to get the frags here ASAP. Good attempt here from MDS, and Jo as well stepping up, so nice one. And Lollipop, beautiful shot. But look at this, Jerry in the backline. Gonna be enough here. Fox gonna have to move in here. What a very ballsy maneuver, deals the damage, but Jerry will win it out.
KENSI is able to see one, give himself a smoke to have some cover to play around. But almazer's already set up deep, and the first has already been taken down on the site. He's trying to throw nades. Blitz a little bit late to the party, trying to do what he can, but he's already been dinked down to 48. Just trying to use the USP even, thinking box down to half, but it's a Tech 9 rush between MDS and Lollipop to surround them, making it a 2-on-4. And what should have been forZe's 14th is now suddenly a 12th for Nemiga to keep it up even closer. Box even lurking through the smoke to catch one off guard. And Shirley hearing that opper, trying to keep him from the push. Able to deny and save it just for the moment. But
Better weapons to work with. But here in this round, all he played with just the pistols on the B bomb set is exactly what. Looks like we're not going to see any sort of mid presence here from forZe. I do believe that is in fact KENSI with the M41S, but that is a sick nade stack.
Perfect nade stack, right at just the right time to punish an aggressive connector play, ducking him down. But speaking of aggression, zorte set up deep in the apartments. Not sure if he'll be able to get multiple, but able to get away with the first and drop. He's even more aggressive. He doesn't care, and he just shoots him through the smoke. Able to take down MDS. With it, Lollipop's getting caught from the side, trying to get a surprise alert from mid. Box trying to use a gap in the smoke. But zorte is still here, staying alive. Trying to carefully peek out, but Flash is too deep. zorte with another. That's a 3K. iDISBALANCE will be able to take him down, but it has to be a 1v4 clutch for him to get away with this.
Oh, great shot from iDISBALANCE. The perfect one on almazer. Still though, the bomb's dropped in an awkward spot and he's not aware of Jerry's flank. So that will be another victory here. One change of Nemiga needs, and that AWP from iDISBALANCE, even though in the previous round does get a few good frags, it needs to be more effective. Well, speaking of which, Flit with the M41S consistently holding the connector angle once more gets one, and so does zorte with the AWP.
Flit and zorte finding this impact, but the thing is there hasn't been any ramp presence in a while, so Lollipop has this complete opening to lurk out, finding the perfect timing to take out Jerry. Still has to worry about multiple players, but with the murder hole peek, wins for the tag in the spray too early and gets caught out. But it means there is an opening here. Flit, knowing iDISBALANCE is pushed through and still able to win the duel. Flit single-handedly holding forZe onto this MDS to able to finally take him out. But still has to worry about a player CT, even if he deals with the other. And he lands the headshot. 1v1 against... And held towards connector. Close 1v1 situation can be for anyone. Timing works out for MDS, but he misses the spray.
Two teams, no one really having a substantial edge from what I can tell. It being a 15-12 scoreline, but iDISBALANCE. That is a great pickup, a massive one. Jerry with a push down under does give 4v4 here for forZe, but Nemiga. zorte gets the frag on iDISBALANCE. zorte gets another one on MDS. And you can see that this round is crumbling here for Nemiga once again, as forZe is doing a tremendous job at securing the opening frags. It's zorte once again, and Lollipop takes the hit. Nemiga will have Lollipop on the P250, as we do see the push coming in from both sides, from all sides of forZe. Flit, almazer, zorte, everyone finding a piece of the pie. Of the Nemiga pie.
We saw that comfort overall with the maps about how much forZe enjoys with this.
Doesn't really get that frag, and he will not be punished by anyone in the lower tunnel. So great thing here for zorte that he escapes with his life intact, which is not the case for KENSI. He dies there on the B bomb site. This could prompt an early push here from Nemiga, but nothing of the sort. There's the smoke grenade there from Flit. We could try to go for a bit of a spray, but none of those bullets do connect. But Fox, great frag on one. Lollipop gets the one on all.
And I have a feeling just like Mirage was, except maybe slightly more balanced. Both teams getting an even closer scoreline.
Yeah, like you said, the main challenge to try and save those weapons, because you can see the players of Nemiga will absolutely challenge them. That's a great frag here from JO. Flit going for a bit of a spray, gets the one on JO, and I'd say the remaining members probably don't want to face him unless you're a high HP player like MDS. But even he goes down, so for Nemiga, for sure, save the remaining rifles. Forget about Flit's existence. Now Nemiga, basically go wherever you want. Thus 2 is your oyster, and you can just choose any avenue of attack, and iDISBALANCE will choose to go long. Wins the fight.
with this creep up on B, even though the bomb's going up catwalk, they just have one player box lurking, happily hiding in this truck position, able to catch two for free. And tap back towards Lollipop and catch him out. Just leaves a very dangerous duel and will be able to win it, which means they have an exit route to be able to get free from this A-long trapping, but the issue is this bomb's
Put forZe in a pretty difficult economical position. It's just not going to be enough to go for the repurchase here. Almazer and Jerry could potentially drop some. He actually opts to go for the scout purchase, so that is very interesting. Very peculiar choice here for zorte, and a very bad...
might have been heard, leave him a bit exposed. Needs to be careful when this duel against MDS. Sees the shadow, bops him down. Now suddenly it's a 4-on-4, 3 players stuck in short, forcing engagement into essentially a stack. 3 of the 4 remaining players, 1 more already down. Too many angles to handle, box taken out in the chaos. And Lollipop's the only one left alone and long, able to win the duel against Jerry, but with only 10 points of HP, no time left. The round falls apart. forZe
already close by the Xbox. Not really going to take a more proactive role, but his teammates in long, on the other hand, they're going for the long take.
And with it, he's going to immediately give it up. The one lurk of MDS not able to find any. In theory, it's an even enough situation to go for the retake, but I wouldn't blame them if they went for the save either. But looks like they're going to have fun going for the crazy play, tagging Yo down to 26. We caught with the off angle, sees the arm of Lollipop, so his info of that player, coupled towards long. You find space into it, a little jump peek on the side box, and Jerry able to find the first, making it a 3-on-4. Doesn't have control to get on this bomb, but certainly finding the space. Jerry able to find 2 and enough space for Flit to find another. And KENSI running towards the bomb. zorte the one to get the defuse with the defuse kit, and forZe able to take the lead barely 4-3.
Really impressive here from forZe. As we will see zorte with the AWP losing the engagement to JO.
Decided to peek him at that time. Waiting, 45 seconds left in that. Molly will leave box out, having crossed in the open, getting caught out. That's not just a player taken out, but the bomb in the open completely exposed. And KENSI even creeping on up to take this duel. Lollipop's too ready for it, but things are only going to get more chaotic from here.
We get to see Flit trying to win a duel against MDS right now, and oh, of course, we have Jerry in the back lines. Great pickup here on MBS. Now almazer, the only player to try and stop the incoming push, will have the backup of Flit. There we go. Sweet rotation. iDISBALANCE. Great frag on Flit, but almazer surviving. But even he goes down, and Jerry chimes in. Losing quite a lot of HP very early on here, and Box making a lot of noise. Thought I might even consider just jumping down through the smoke, but Jerry deployed at this position. But as we'll notice, Nemiga don't have any smoke grenades, in fact, just the 2 flashbangs, so they will have to rely on raw aim, and it's good. iDISBALANCE, great frag here on Jerry, and Flit will go down as well, leaving lonesome KENSI, the only defender on the bomb site, and even he's feeling pressure. Having to defend the mid area as well as the tunnels is so difficult, and for KENSI, he manages to find the one, but that's just the one. The bomb site will be taken over by Nemiga. And the remaining players of forZe, you can see they're running away from this one.
Not enough HP. For the bomb to be...
Because they are going for the A split, and forZe still has plenty of utility to work. When I say that, though, there's the change-up. They're going mid, and KENSI gets himself 3. That will stop the push in its tracks. And that will be the potential victory here for forZe. They've done it. Nemiga leave themselves barely any seconds remaining, really, not even minutes. Barely any seconds remaining.
And unless zorte actually misses that shot, it's leading me a very tight miss on the flick. MDS has now found a pick early once again. Catching KENSI at an off angle and a gap through the smoke. Yo's trying to find more, but zorte's holding for that short push. But almazer's assuming long smoked off. Leaves him exposed, and a catch from the side, and suddenly Nemiga have suddenly responded with one of their own set up to get a 5th. And there's little forZe can do as the individual talent is shined in favor of Nemiga this time around.
For this, that's also you know what? That's also a good play. Not going for the hunt, they can build up a very big bank. So, for example,
They have enough weapons to work with and toss around. And if they lose this, that means it could just follow up a streak as Yo takes down KENSI. almazer will be able to take down one, possibly two, if he can catch this Krieg on box. Yo now finds a second, able to upgrade to this AK, but this B site's been lost. And what's essentially been this force investment's now getting even worse. And even though the trades are coming out, it's still in Nemiga's favor and in their control. So even if Jerry can get the man advantage, catching MDS off guard here, I'm not sure how much it's necessarily going to matter, as he's essentially waiting on the lurk. They keep getting baited in these force buys, won't be able to have an effective fight as iDISBALANCE punishes Jerry running through fire. almazer's able to find one, but the flank comes in now, and it's a 1v1 between iDISBALANCE and zorte. Not sure exactly where he's going to come from, but just holding the doors and hiding the other angle. There's a massive gap in that smoke too, being forced to go through the window with an AK, trying to catch iDISBALANCE. Not able to clear for him, jumping on top of him and landing the headshot. I don't believe he has it with the 10-second defuse, but he can stick it and have a chance at least. And he barely gets away with it.
we do see the players of Nemiga getting close towards the bomb side. Flit, gonna go for the jump up, gonna spot out loads of players, but it's Jo getting a few. almazer manages to stop the advancement for now. As Nemiga, that's gonna be a good smoke to block off the vision of almazer. Lollipop in with the flank. Beautiful kill from him. And iDISBALANCE gets his. Jerry, on the other hand, oh, they're not aware of it. And look at this. He moves in the tunnel, and so Jerry gets his. It's a 1v1 against Lollipop, and Jerry seems to have the position as well. Lollipop does not seem to be aware of it, and Jerry's gonna
come out deep nades. 2 brought down to half. 3. And they're already so low, KENSI can easily blow down these players like a single leaf in the wind with this FAMAS. almazer, even with the off angle to punish Lollipop on the side of long. It looks like we might be getting a 10-5 half here besides a miracle to come out.
It is looking like an advancement here from Nemiga, and that's going to be just shut down, isn't it? A good round here for forZe. Managing to secure those.
Back to join his team. B-Rush coming in fast and hot. Nice quick order of pizzas. MDS is able to get the first frag, but it's completely blind. Now double as he's able to recover. What was a perfect setup to get into the B site with the rush ends up as a disaster, as so many amazing.
Now that he has some backup, he can potentially go for the peak alongside iDISBALANCE, and that is a first good frag. iDISBALANCE though. Great pickup on KENSI, but loses a lot of HP in the firefight.
Suddenly we could see Nemiga taking a lead from what felt like an easy win, possibly from forZe after a dominant lead. Though Flit certainly has something to say about it with a quick slide and peek. But that bomb has been dropped once again in the open. Flit this time, the one to deal with the problem, has to try to jump across and will fall right into iDISBALANCE.
Effective one. We haven't really seen too much of it. In the previous round, it barely found any success or any useful success, so to speak, against those mirror pistols. But this is where they're going to have to pop off, and so far it's the rifles that are doing the talking. Boxed with a great fact, but zorte players. In fact, Jo is going to play up close with the AWP. He's going to have to no-scope these players, so whips out the AK-47. iDISBALANCE gets in position. So at least forZe, even though they run into the bomb site, they're definitely not going to be aware of Box's maneuver. That is a sick shot there from zorte. You must have heard the footsteps there of Box to turn around so quickly. As now you'll notice that the one player who remains, iDISBALANCE, the 1 versus 2.
There is value, as risky as it is, trying to get these exits, as there is a defuse kit over there and get additional cash from doing so, or at the least the extra $100 from getting that frag. The kit and all the utilities should be able to get thrown through that tunnel for him to gather afterwards if he's willing to take the risk. But looks like on how fast zorte is here, won't be able to connect that flick. But Jerry able to time pushing past with the flashbang correctly, and able to free fire towards Boxy, even though he's still blind, runs out of bullets. It's up to KENSI to follow it up. Will find that frag, making it a 4-on-3 situation. Yo, along with iDISBALANCE, focused on trying to hold long here with the last 2 remaining rifles. MDS holding single-handedly, and Yo just walks right into them. iDISBALANCE has to try to find the pick, and he's left completely blind, not able to find anything. And it's MDS left alone with just an MP9. forZe to get 12 and maybe start closing this game out.
Yeah, because now they put Nemiga in a very difficult position. Right now, the money is just going to be screwed for the Belarusian side, as it is going to be 12 here for... and right now, Nemiga just doesn't have that luxury. All they're going to have in the upcoming round is just mere pistols.
Taking a look at those parry match odds that flashed during the timeout. forZe with a 1.03 versus Nemiga with a 10, which, to be an unlikely miracle, we haven't seen yet, but it's not impossible, which is important to note, as in iDISBALANCE get flipped up with team names. It gets traded out by zorte, making it a 3-on-3. Players stacked up and set up. A single player, MDS, getting info in the tunnels. Lollipop with the first clean shot, and even able to see the head of the opper. It seems like an unfavorable match might suddenly become a lead for him. Lollipop burning in the fire, but just dancing in it. Not really worried about his position. And Yo with Lollipop will be able to close out the
AWP. Actually, no, it's not going to be stationed on the side. It's iDISBALANCE in CT spawn, on the other hand. That's a great frag here on Flit. And we also get to see zorte getting a frag in zone. Still up in short. Gotta be careful about a certain Lollipop here. And Jerry has made his way through middle. iDISBALANCE though, oh, actually aware of that angle. Gets the shot on one. zorte doesn't secure it on Lollipop. It's another 3 versus 3 in the favor of forZe. There we go. They make it a 3
up. Box just holding closely to his left, and with that flashbang, actually enough info can play around, and they line up as they throw utility, and now they're both down with the bomb, and zorte's left in a 1v2. 10 seconds left. Bomb not in control, and no way for him to win this. He has to just hop away. And not only is this known, but MDS kind of wants to try to hunt him down too, or at least make it appear so.
Scenario to get that bomb planted, but it could come down to a 5v5 retake. Flit though is gonna get caught out. This might force the remaining players of forZe to speed up, and yes, that's exactly what they're doing. They've reached the site, and now they'll plant the bomb.
Be able to get that bomb down, but it's on a 5v. Madness reigns supreme. 4 players all trying to push through short. Flashbang doesn't connect. It's up to him to get the transfer, but it's only one. zorte trying to get trades, but now it's KENSI in a 1v2 trying to stall, hide behind the site, and he accidentally shows his shoulder to iDISBALANCE, and the clutch, I believe, is going to be made here. Lollipop sticks the defuse.
Out of middle. There's the smoke to block off the vision for the CTs, isolating the 2 players on the site, and it's looking good. It's zorte, it's Jerry with the frags, and that will open up the B site. An insta-bomb plant here from forZe, and an insta-retreat force. I think iDISBALANCE might be the one player that could drop an M4 for one of his teammates. But the other guys, yeah, they're going to be struggling for cash. Zion long, in fact, no one's really looking towards long, but Jerry, he's out here with the Galil trying to get the taps in, but Lollipop gets the kill with a better gun, the M4A4. And so the long play is still doable here for a team like forZe, but they have to be very careful of a player like iDISBALANCE holding this angle. iDISBALANCE will get hit. Going for the frags, he will just back away because he has a massive advantage. A 5 versus 3, make that a 5 versus 2. As almazer and Flit remain, and MDS in the backlines with the MP9 doesn't win the fight. But already some significant damage into
The wire. Even seeing one of the AKs picked up, but it's too late to punish the pick.
This is definitely gonna be close. I mean, if you think about it as well, overpass, close game, so has been Mirage, but Dust 2, oh, there's a lot of Inferno. That's for sure. This angle from T-Spawn, and he should find the frag here on Lonesome MDS, though he is struggling quite a bit. But don't worry about it.
Behind all of them. All things happen is iDISBALANCE needs to be able to get Flit here, but it looks like he's getting caught out. CO versus the world, little to work with. Say site gone. I think it's set up for forZe to get their 15th and have a very strong chance of closing this out.
With Lonesome JO remaining, that just seems to be the it. 4 directions to eliminate that one M4A4 to make sure Nemiga can have less of a chance, decreasing their chances to ever securing another round here on Dust 2. As JO holds the angle, it's going to be
Be on their last limb to do just that. And it looks like the plan is 4 long. Might be able to catch almazer out early, but he gets one completely blind. 4 left. 3 left towards long. And he sprays him down. Double lineup. Destroying them and getting the quad feed. Completely taking down Nemiga single-handedly. Showing that he owns this Dust 2 server. And even with MDS getting an insane flick,